Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are doing well. In the last session we learned about the reproduction. Reproduction is one of the characteristics of all the living things. Means every living organisms they can reproduce another living things like themselves of the same species, and we also learn about why there is a need of the reproduction. So today we are learning about the different types of the reproduction. Means on our earth, even in fact in our surrounding, we can see the different varieties of the living organisms. That living organisms, they are different from each other. They are also reproduce another living thing like themselves. Means their way of the reproduction is also the different. For example, we know that cat, cow, dog, in fact the human being, they directly give birth to the young one. So whereas some birds, snake, lizards, they are laying the egg. That after hatching it, the young one come out from the egg. Some unicellular organism like the amoeba, paramecium, just splits their body and they produce the daughter cell. Means in this way they are giving rise to birth to the new organism. Means in this way the living organisms they reproduce by the different ways. So today we learn about the different types of the reproduction. So there are the two main types of the reproduction. One is the asexual reproduction and the second one is the sexual reproduction. So first we learn about the sexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction. Now asexual means why it is called as the asexual reproduction? Because in this process there is no use of the sex cell. Now what is it by the sex cell? In the previous classes you already learned about it. Sex cell means the gamete. Sexual cell means the gamete. The gamete, it is different in the male and it is different in the female. Okay. So in the asexual reproduction there is no use of the sex cell, means there is no use of the gametes. Means only the single parents is involved in asexual reproduction. Only one parent involved in asexual reproduction. Means there is no need of the fusion of the male gametes and the female gametes. Only the one parent is sufficient to giving birth to the young one. Understand? Asexual. You always remember why it is called as asexual, because there is no need of the sexual cell. Means the gamete, means in the male it is a sperm and in the female gamete, which is a female gamete, ova. Right? Means there is no fusions are occurred into the asexual reproduction. So therefore it is called as the asexual reproduction. And in the sexual reproduction, obviously, in the sexual reproduction, two parents are necessary. Two parents are involved in sexual reproduction. Means in the sexual reproduction, the fusions are occurred. Means the male gametes and the female gamete fuse together and giving rise to birth to the new organism. Understand? It is called as the sexual reproduction. So what is in by asexual reproduction? In this process, only the single parents is involved and there is no use of the sexual cell. It is called as the asexual reproduction. And the sexual reproduction means what? It is a process in which the fusions of the gametes are occurred. Means two parents are involved in the sexual reproduction. Okay. Now we will learn about the different types of the asexual reproduction. Means some, for example, some organism like the amoeba, paramecium, they just splits their body into two equal halves and giving rise to birth to the new organism. Some organisms they appears the bird on their body and slowly that bird develop and after it detached from the parent cell. Some are just fragment their body and every fragment germinated as a new offspring. Understand? So there are the different types of the asexual reproduction. So one is the fission, budding, the fragmentation, regeneration, spore formation and the vegetative propagation. These are the different types of the asexual reproduction. We will learn each and every types of the reproduction in detail. Okay, so first is a fission. Again, fissions are of two types. One is a binary fission and the second one is a multiple fission. So we will learn in detail. Okay, just see here. Sexual reproduction are of the different types of. First is a fission. Fission means when the body of organism split into the two equal halves, it is called as a fission. So first is a binary fission. So in this picture, the amoeba is reproduced by the binary fission. It is a single cell organism. It is a unicellular. So inside the amoeba, nucleus is also present and the cytoplasm is present. So we will see how it reproduced. So see in the picture, when the amoeba fully grown, then the nucleus is start to divide first, and slowly then two nucleus are formed into that cell. Then after it, the cytoplasm is start to divide, and also the cell membrane is start to divide, and lastly the nucleus, cytoplasm with the cell membrane, they are separated and it form the two daughter amoebae. Means from the single amoeba we get the two daughter amoebae. It is called as a binary fission into the amoeba. The difference between amoeba and the leishmania. Okay, now see in the picture, it is a amoeba and it is a leishmania. Okay, so that amoeba, it not having the specific shape, means there is a no definite body structure. Okay, means it is a irregular in the shape. And in the leishmania, there is a organized body structure, means it having the specific body shape. Okay, when we cut amoeba, we know that this both amoeba and the leishmania produced asexually by the binary fission. But what is the difference in these both organisms are, the amoeba, it reproduced in any direction, means there is a indefinite symmetry, and in the leishmania there is a bilateral symmetry, means in any planes that amoeba cut divided into the two organisms. But in the leishmania, from the middle it gets splits and produce two individual organisms. And next is a multiple fission. Multiple means many, several, and fission means the splitting, means when the organism split, it produces the many cells. It occurs in the unicellular organism, means in the malarial parasite Plasmodium vivax. It reproduced by the multiple fission. So see in that picture, the cells of this Plasmodium vivax, when the condition is unfavorable, that cell is surrounded by the cyst. Okay, and inside that cell, the nucleus continuously divide. Okay, and it form the many nuclei. Then afterward, the some part of the cytoplasm surrounded by the each nuclei. And when the condition becomes favorable, that cyst splits up and that each nuclei are removed from it and developed as a new organism. Types of the asexual reproduction is a budding. Now see in that video, there is a hydra. Hydra, it is a multicellular organism. The body structure of that hydra is also the very simple. That hydra is reproduced by the budding. So how it reproduce? So see on that parental body, a small bud-like structures are appeared. See in that video, a small bud-like structure grows on the body surface of that parental hydra, and slowly at the anterior ends of these buds, the mouths are open and it's surrounded by the tentacles. Then when it grows, then after it detached from the parental hydra and it grows as a separate individual organism. Means in this way, this hydra is reproduced by the budding. Types of the asexual reproduction is a fragmentation. These fragmentations are occur into the multicellular organism which having the simple body structure. For example, this Spirogyra. Spirogyra, it is a one kind of the algae. It is a found in the water. And the another example is the sea anemone. It is a animals, aquatic animals. Understand? Now how these fragmentations are occurred into this Spirogyra? Just see here, the parental Spirogyra, it splits at the middle and we get the two fragments of this Spirogyra. These two fragments of the Spirogyra, it grows afterward and develop into the new individual organism. There is a difference between the binary fission and the fragmentation. Listen, it is a very important. In the binary fission and the fragmentation, in the both cases we get the two individual organisms from the single parent, but both are the different terms. Now what is the difference between binary fission and the fragmentation? So in the binary fission, it occurs into the unicellular organism, and these fragmentations are occur into the multicellular organism. So in the binary fission, that amoeba converted into the two daughter amoebae, and that two daughter amoebae are totally matured. It is their growth are completed. They are two individual organisms. In the fragmentation, when the Spirogyra splits into the two organisms, that time these fragments are not fully developed. Slowly it develop, and afterward it becomes a new individual organism. Understand? Means there is a difference between the fragmentation and the binary fission. Understand? Next types of the asexual reproduction is the regeneration. Now these regenerations are also occurring in the simple multicellular organism. For example, the planaria and the hydra. So see in this picture, planaria, when it cut accidentally into the three parts, head, middle and the tail region. So each part germinate as a new individual. From that head also generate means new organism. Then middle part grows and becomes the new individual. Tail region also grows and become new individual. Means in this way, from single planaria we get the three individual organism. And another example is in the hydra. If that hydra cut accidentally into the two parts, then each part germinate as a new organism. Understand? Now we know that regeneration means every fragment of that organism grows as a new individual. Now how these regenerations are happened? See in the planaria, when it cut into the three part, first, second and third, see in that pictures. So every part germinate as a new individual. Now how it's possible? So for example, it cut into the three part, first, second and third. So in every parts of that organism contain the different types of the cell. It contains the different types of the cells in each part. So for example, in the first part, the cells into that first part, it's divide and it produce the new cell. It produce the new cell, and that new cell change their structure and to produce the second and the third part. The same things are happen into the second and third part. The cells which are in the second part, they divide the many cell, they produce the new cell. That new cell change its structure and it generate the first and the third parts. Understand? Means in this way that planaria regenerate from each part. Understand? Next types of the asexual reproduction is the spore formation. Now these spore formations are occur into the simple multicellular like the rhizopus. Okay, rhizopus is a one kind of the fungus. So see in that picture, it is a picture of the rhizopus. It is also called as a bread mold. So that below see that root like structure, it is called as a hyphae. Then stem like structure, and above it one that balloon like structure, it is called as a sporangia, and inside that sporangia the spores are present. So this sporangia and spores both are the reproductive parts of this rhizopus. Understand? Now in that spore, it's surrounded by the hard protective layer, and when the condition is unfavorable, that time this layer protects that spore. When there is a bad environment, it protects that spores. Understand? And when that spore get the favorable condition, that layer it get breaks. Understand? Again remind it, the outer layer protects the delicate spores against the bad environment. And when the condition is favorable, that time this layer breaks and spores are come out from it. For example, at our home, many times we can see the breads. When we can that bread, we leave for 3 or 4 days on the open space, then we can see that whitish blackish threads like structure appear on that surface of the bread. What is it? It is a rhizopus. It is also called as a bread mold. When that spore get the favorable condition, it germinate on that surface. Understand? In this way, the spore formations are occurred. In this way, the fungus are reproduced asexually by the spore formation. Next types of the asexual reproduction is a vegetative propagation. Mostly these vegetative propagations are occur into the plant. We know that some plants they reproduce by the seeds. When we sow the seeds into the soil, it germinates as a new plant. But some plant they don't have the seeds. Now how that plant is germinate? How that plant reproduce? So that plants are reproduced by the vegetative propagation. For example, that plant is reproduced by the root, otherwise fruit, stem, otherwise leaves also. So for example, which kind of the plants reproduce by their vegetative part? You know, vegetative parts of the plants means what? Root, stem and the leaves. These are the vegetative parts of the plant. For example, the money plant. How it goes? If we just cut the stem of that plant and if we sown into the other region, it germinates there as a new plant. Other example is a rose. If we cut the stem of the rose and if we sow into the another place, there also it can germinate. Potato. You know that sometimes on that potato surface we can see some bird-like structure. It is also called as the eye of the potato. If we sow it into the soil, it also germinates there as a new plant. Many times we can see some bryophyllum plants. It is reproduced by the leaf. Means if we just saw that leaf into the soil, that it grows into the new individual. Means in this way, the new plant is germinated by their vegetative part. It is called as a vegetative propagation. Plants reproduce by the root, stem and the leaves propagation. There are the 3 different types of the artificial vegetative propagation. Means artificially we can develop the new plants by the 3 ways. First is the cutting, layering and the grafting. So what is meant by the cutting? It's a very simple way. For example, you just take one plant and you cut it with the sharp things. Means and that stem you just plot into the another pot. In this way you get the new plant. It is a very simple way. Just cut some part of the plant and germinate into the new plant. You get the new separate plants. Understand? For example, money plants, rose, sugarcane. So in that layering, see in that picture, there is a one big plants and one branch of this tree, this plant just sown into the soil, and on that place it start to generate the new plants. Means those parts which are in the soil, on that part the root like structures are grows downwards. See in that picture. Means those parts are under the ground, there the root starts to germinate, and the upper part, the part which are above the soil, it germinate as a new plant. Then afterward we can cut that branch from the middle, and in this way we get the new separate plant. The example of the jasmine, lemon and strawberry, that plant is reproduced by the layering method also. And the last one is grafting. It is a very simple and very interesting way of the artificial vegetative propagation. Means 2 different kinds of the plant. Just means cut the stem of these 2 plants in the slanting position and just fit on one another and tie it very tightly. Means what happened in this case, the 2 different kinds of the plants, from the 2 different kinds of the plants we get the new varieties of the plants, and this resultant plant contains the properties of the
both plant. Means we get the better plants. We get the different kinds of the plant from these two plant. It is called as a artificial vegetative propagation. Understand? Okay, so do you understand what we learn in the asexual reproduction? We learn the different types of the asexual reproduction. The first is a fission. In that we learn about the binary fission and the multiple fission. Then second one we learn about the fragmentation. Then the budding, spore formation, regeneration and the vegetative propagation. Means these all are the different types of the asexual reproduction and all are the very important points. Remember one again, in the asexual reproduction there is a no need of the both parent, only the single parents is involved. There is a no fusions are occurred. And there is a why it is called as a asexual reproduction, because there is a no involvement of the sex cell, means there is a no involvement of the gametes. So therefore it is called as a asexual reproduction. Understand? If you having any difficulty, you ask me. Understand?